words move like that, and my brain tends to kind of make words up because I'm trying to catch them.
For years, Jay Blades was the beating heart of the repair shop. The man who could fix anything, except perhaps his own past. To millions, he wasn't just a host. He was hope, proof that broken things and broken people could be made whole again. But now, at 54, Jay has finally revealed the truth about his hidden workshop. And it's not what anyone expected. Behind the smile lies a story of pain, redemption, and shocking honesty. One that changes everything we thought we knew about Britain's kindest craftsman. Before he ever stepped into that now iconic barn, Jay Blades' life was far from easy. Growing up in a tough environment, he faced challenges that would have broken most people. But instead of giving up, he learned how to endure, how to fight, and how to create beauty from pain. He didn't find comfort in fame or fortune. He found it in wood, in fabric, in broken things. Where others saw waste, Jay saw potential. He began fixing old furniture, giving discarded objects new life, and in the process, shaping his own destiny. His early craft wasn't just about restoration, it was about self-redemption. Every chair he mended, every table he polished, was a reflection of the life he was trying to rebuild. By the time the repair shop premiered, Jay Blades had already transformed his passion into purpose. He became more than a craftsman. He became a storyteller, someone who gave forgotten objects a second chance, and through them, gave people back their memories. The show wasn't about competition or fame. It was about love. Love for craft, for history, for humanity. Jay's laughter, his empathy, and his calm voice made every episode feel personal. He wasn't simply presenting, he was connecting. He was asking people to open their hearts, to share the stories hidden inside every worn-out heirloom. To millions, Jay Blades became a symbol, proof that kindness, skill, and patience could bring healing to both objects and souls. Inside the workshop, Jay found what he would later call family. The barn was more than a set. It was a sanctuary. Every guest who walked in carried not just a broken item, but a piece of their past. Jay listened. Whether it was a faded wedding dress or a chipped toy train, he treated each object as something sacred. His warmth made nervous guests relax. His humor lightened emotional moments, and his compassion turned restoration into revelation. The magic of the repair shop wasn't in the tools or techniques. It was in the stories, in the way Jay and the team helped people reconnect with the ones they'd lost and the memories they thought were gone. Jay Blades became the bridge between expert artisans like Will Kirk, Kirsten Ramsey, and Dominic Chinea, and the families who trusted them with their most precious possessions. His ability to blend sincerity with joy gave the show its heartbeat. In a world addicted to speed, noise, and conflict, the repair shop was a breath of stillness, a space where love, patience, and craftsmanship still mattered. Viewers didn't just see repairs, they witnessed healing. Letters poured in from fans across Britain, thanking Jay and the team for reminding them that broken doesn't mean worthless. To many, Jay Blades was not just the face of a program, he was the embodiment of hope. But as so often happens in the world of fame, the brighter the light, the darker the shadow it casts. Behind the easy smile and the warm presence, Jay's private life was unraveling. Fame had its price, and soon the weight of public scrutiny collided with personal struggle. Then came the news that stunned millions. Jay Blades, the kind-hearted craftsman loved by families everywhere, was charged with controlling and coercive behavior against his estranged wife. The headlines spread rapidly, shaking the very foundation of his image. The BBC reacted immediately. Episodes featuring Jay were pulled from the schedule, specials were cancelled, and the future of the repair shop suddenly became uncertain. Fans were left stunned and heartbroken. How could Jay Blades, the man who had helped heal others through his kindness and craft, now stand accused of such harm? Social media erupted with emotion, a storm of disbelief, anger, and sadness. Some defended him passionately, convinced there was more to the story. Others felt betrayed, unable to reconcile the gentle, compassionate host of the repair shop with the allegations in the headlines. For years, Jay had been a symbol of empathy and hope. Now, he was at the center of one of television's most painful controversies. The BBC faced an impossible decision: how to protect one of its most beloved shows while responding to serious allegations against its leading man. In the weeks that followed, projects were scrapped. His travel series, The Odd Couple, alongside Dame Judi Dench, was shelved. His documentary, A Country House Through Time, was cancelled. For a man who had built his reputation on community, kindness, and craftsmanship, it was a devastating fall from grace. The barn that had once echoed with laughter, warmth, and heartfelt stories was now filled with silence. For months, Jay Blades vanished from the spotlight. There were no interviews, no defenses, no attempts to explain. Many assumed his career was over. Then, quietly, he spoke. His tone was soft but firm. "I don't want to talk about my trial," he said. "I just want to talk about the repair shop, about what it meant to me." There was no bitterness, no denial, no anger, only gratitude. He described the show as family, a place where kindness and creativity lived together. He called his fellow craftsmen the heart of the barn and admitted something deeply human. "The show fixed me too. It gave me purpose, healing, and love." Those words reminded many of the man they once admired, flawed but genuine. Behind the scenes, Will Kirk, Kirsten Ramsey, and Dominic Chinea carried the torch, keeping the spirit of the repair shop alive with quiet dignity. The show went on, its soul intact, even as one of its brightest lights stepped into the shadows. Away from television, Jay Blades began to find small ways to reconnect with the world. Late at night, he started hosting quiet DJ sessions online. Moments of peace where he could just be himself again. It wasn't fame, it was healing. Piece by piece, song by song, Jay began rebuilding. Perhaps this was his own kind of repair work. Not with tools, but with time, music, and reflection. For a man who had dedicated his life to restoring the broken, maybe this was his chance to restore himself. Today, the future of Jay Blades remains uncertain. Legal proceedings continue, and public opinion remains divided. Yet one truth is undeniable. His story has come to mirror the very essence of the repair shop itself. Just like the forgotten heirlooms brought into that barn, his life has cracks and scars, but it might still be made beautiful again. Because the repair shop was never only about objects, it was about people. It was about how love and patience could turn pain into beauty. Jay Blades' journey, from his difficult childhood to his rise to fame, fall from grace and quiet reflection, is a reminder that humanity is complicated. As the repair shop continues without him, the barn stands as a symbol of hope. Viewers still tune in, drawn to its stories of love and craftsmanship, to the sound of tools scraping against old wood, to the gentle rhythm of renewal. Every object repaired on that show now carries an unspoken echo of its former host, a reminder of how deeply he shaped its spirit. And even in absence, Jay Blades remains part of its soul. The question that lingers is one we all must ask. Can a man who dedicated his life to fixing the broken ever truly fix himself? There are no easy answers. Some say redemption should come with time. Others believe trust, once cracked, can never fully be restored. But the story of Jay Blades continues to evolve. His words, his work, and his silence all speak to the same truth: that every human being is, in some way, a work in progress. Perhaps that's what keeps us watching, hoping, believing. Because deep down, we see ourselves in the objects that pass through that little barn on the BBC. We see our own scratches, our own missing pieces, and our own quiet wish to be mended. The story of Jay Blades is not just about fame or failure. It's about the fragile beauty of being human. As the cameras keep rolling and the artisans keep working, one question remains: can Jay Blades restore his own story the way he's restored so many others? Only time will tell. But his message still shines. Everything and everyone deserves a second chance. If you believe in redemption, in healing, and in hope, like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories that prove nothing is ever truly beyond repair. Thanks for watching.